everyone, it's Tragic Plum Bob here and we've got a brand new video. So in today's video we are going to be doing Toy Story. So as probably a lot of you know, so this weekend Toy Story 5 was released. I haven't actually gone and seen it yet, but I thought it would be rude not to do a little bit of a here are Woody, Buzz and Jessie, who ultimately are my favourite characters. I would have liked to have done more, and I think if I was in a bit more of a creative mindset, I would have actually attempted to try and do all of the other characters. But do you know what? I was like, let's keep it simple. Let's see what we can do with the main three characters. And yeah, so, I mean, for me, Toy Story is such like a nostalgic feeling because the first film came out in 1995. So I was really young when that first came out. But I've grown up with these films, and I think one of the things that was like quite funny, and we were talking about it with like some of the people I work with, is that now we're getting to that stage where when we're watching these films, we're not actually Andy, we're Andy's mum, which that's just really strange. But looking a bit at the video, so right now you can see me trying to do the little squiggle on Buzz's chin to give him that little, I don't even know what it is, a little beard. And it actually was embarrassing how many attempts it took me to do. And then the worst bit is now I've put his helmet on, you couldn't even see the squiggle. So I was like, great. So I spent all this time trying to do a squiggle and it didn't even work. So now, one thing I will say about these outfits, they're fantastic, but they were quite hard to find. And that's partly because of my treasure trove of CAS and I've got too much stuff. But one thing to note on Buzz Lightyear's outfit is actually under a Stormtrooper outfit, so you actually have to unlock it, and I will put instructions on how to unlock it because it took me a couple of attempts of doing something. So the first thing that you can do, and I'll put this in instructions, is you can go into the gallery, find a sim which is under an admin user called SC_admin. And then basically if you add them into your family, it will unlock loads and loads of outfits. So firstly, I would recommend doing that and just having a look at all the outfits that you get as extra, because I mean, when I first realised that that was something I could do, it was, honestly, it's so many cool outfits, but that actually didn't unlock what I was trying to do. So then I found a cheat, which off the top of my head, I can't remember. It's like CAS unlock by tag or something. So then I actually had to put, the Ctrl C on and then put that in, and then that actually unlocked Buzz Lightyear's outfit. So I will put that in the description because I'll be honest, again, embarrassingly took me quite a long time to figure out how to actually unlock it. Honestly, I was like scrolling through my outfits and I was like, I know I've added these into my mods, like what on earth? So actually as well, to give a bit of a heads up, the CC that's been used today, so the outfits themselves, they're actually by a creator called Rat in Her. I haven't actually heard of this creator until I was looking for Toy Story CC. So Rat in Her's got the full set, and they've actually done some really good images where they've actually done like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and they actually look really cool. So again, I'd recommend having a look at the creator, but the outfits are spot on. Like they look exactly how you're going to expect them to. Yeah, as I say, the only thing I struggled with is just finding them in my treasure trove of CAS, but as I've said in other videos, I need to have a clean out and just get rid of loads of stuff. Actually, if any of you have got any suggestions on how to clean out CAS or like how to clean out your CC folders, let me know, because I really need to get rid of some stuff. Like a part of me is like, do I just delete everything and start again? But I don't know, that scares me so much. So we're now going to be moving on to, so we actually already have completely like gone through Woody. Woody was actually like quite easy to make, if I'm being honest. The only thing I really wanted with him was to like kind of give like some dimples and stuff, like because he sometimes does that little like pouting face when he's annoyed at Buzz. But yeah, we're now creating Jessie, and I would say the thing I found actually quite hard with Jessie was trying to find a hair that wouldn't clip with the hat that I chose. So the hat that I chose for Woody is actually an in-game hat, I can't remember which pack it's from, but that is in game, and his shoes were also in game. But for Jessie's hat, that is actually by Aretha B, I think it's by Aretha. It's either by Aretha or Dogsill. I think it's Aretha. I think Aretha did a set on like cowboys, so I went for that. But one thing that I found really difficult was finding a hair that one was the style of Jessie, but then also didn't clip with the hat I was using. So I found a hair that I thought, yep, I really like this, but it then got rid of her braid on the side. So I was like, well, that's not Jessie, is it? Like, you see her braid quite a lot. Like, I think that's like a standout feature. So then I actually went and I looked at my base game hairs and I chose this one, but I actually go back and I change it again because again, I'm still not happy. I kind of wanted her to have some front pieces. But so the trousers that you see, again, they're by Rat and Her, and they are, so you have to have A.H. Brittany's jeans in there to then be able to have these add on, because it's basically that same jean but with a different swatch. And then the top, I first used a Rhyming's top, which I was like, oh, I like it, but that's not actually Jessie's top. So then I found Rat and Her's top. So again, now you can see me here going back to find the other hair that I, finally used in my screenshots. But this has been a bit of like a really short tour and a really quick video. So let me know if this was too quick, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble on too much, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.